So, gentlemen, on your ships in open sea, what was the CPA limit that you were using?
The normal 1 to 2 miles.
No, either 1 or 2.
2 nautical miles, sir.
2 nautical miles. Everybody, can we use that? Okay.
3 nautical miles, sir. CPA.
2 miles. So let's say, okay, 2 miles. Fair enough. TCPA. What is the TCPA you are using on your ship?
20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes, sir.
Okay, let's say I'll take 15 minutes. 15 minutes and 2 miles. Okay. So this is the setting that you are putting. Which equipment you are using this to put this one? CPA and TCPA limit?
Radar.
Radar, sir. Radars.
ARPA.
Okay, radar ARPA. Fine. Now we got three targets, A, B, and C. 3 targets. Yeah. So the first target, TCPA 30 minutes and CPA is 0.2 miles. Second target, TCPA is 12 minutes, CPA is 0.2 miles. And the third, that is C, TCPA is 12 minutes and the CPA is 2.2 miles. Yeah. So my question, which are dangerous targets? Which are the dangerous targets?
B and
C.
Sir, B and A.
Sir,
Sir,
only
A.
B.
A, sir.
A, okay. What about B?
Yes, sir. B also. Yes, sir. B.
B also.
What about C?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Anybody yes for C?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the question comes, what is the criteria that needs to be complied for a target to be dangerous? Now let us start with C. Right? Let us start with C. So we have a ship. Let us say 5 minutes to TCPA, but the distance is 5 miles. Is it a dangerous target?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You have set up 2 miles here. Why are you interested in a ship which is 2.2 miles, passing 2.2 miles? Yeah. Why are we interested in a ship which is passing 2.2 miles? Because your criteria, your policy is that the ship is supposed to be 2 miles away from any other ship. And number C, it is complying with that. So why are you interested in that? So definitely number C, we are least interested. Number C, we are least interested. We are not at all interested in number C. There is no risk of collision there. Okay, then we talk about B. Obviously, it is within TCPA and CPA limits. Definitely, it is a dangerous target and we must take some action, do something about it. It's actually past the time when we should have been doing something about it. It's already too late. Right. Now, what about A? Is it a dangerous target?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not yet.
Yeah, it is not yet a dangerous target. A is not yet a dangerous target, but if I don't do anything about it in the next 15 minutes, she will become a dangerous target. Right? So what is the criteria for dangerous target and risk of collision? So dangerous target or risk of collision, in simple words, we can say that both CPA and TCPA must be breaching the limits that you have set. Yeah, must be below the limits. Both. both must be below the limits. Any doubts, any questions? Are we able to understand this? Okay, no doubt? Fine. So target C, we are not really worried about that. Yeah, we'll go to a crossing situation and let's have a look. This is the target vessel. And this is my own vessel. This is a target vessel and this is my own vessel. Right now, we are target vessel type A, where we have CPA is 0.2 miles and TCPA is 30 minutes. CPA 0.2 miles and CPA is 30 minutes. And this is our own vessel O. Question. What are you supposed to do?
Monitor, sir.
What are you supposed to do? Question. Okay, to the answer to this question, is, remember that we've already jumped rule number 7, yeah? We already jumped rule number 7, that is risk of collision, yeah? We already jumped that. Now, to answer this question, we need to go to rule number 8. So, what does rule number 8 say? What does rule number 8 say? Yeah, we start in the beginning. Number 1. Anybody? Yeah, ample time. Positive.
With the observance of good seamanship.
Good seamanship. Yeah. Now, what is ample time? Ample time is never mentioned anywhere. But we can say that ample time is as soon as target has been plotted and the target has been checked and found to give you a steady bearing or a steady CPA, TCPA where we are worried about it. Yeah. So this is where ample time comes in. So as soon as possible. Now, let me ask you a question again. What are we going to do about it?
Sir, if the other vessel is not taking action, we have to take
I
action.
don't want to know about other vessel. I don't want to know about other vessel. Rule 8, so far that we have written, is there any question about other vessel?
No, sir.
No. Then why are we going to other vessel?
So we will continue monitor, and if this TCPA and CPA remain constant, we will take action and alter to starboard.
No, that is not the correct answer. Anybody else wants to try?
Reduce.
No, that is also not the correct answer. That is not what we do out at sea.
Alteration of course.
Alteration of course, which side? But you don't know about positive yet. Don't use the words. Don't use the words. Don't use the words.
Crossing situation follow करेंगे.
No, no. The answer to that is not correct.
Sir, we'll interact with that vessel and confirm what is in.
No. That is out of
course
question.
and speed.
That is out of question.
To maintain
Interaction
course
with
and
other
speed and
vessel-
monitor the vessel.
No, 1 minute. Interaction with the other vessel is out of action, out of question. This is there are MGNs, that is marine guidance notes regarding this, use of VHF for collision avoidance, use of AIS for collision avoidance. Please don't use that. That is out of question, cannot be used. Yeah, interaction is beyond.
So determination of risk of collision.
और क्या डिटरमिन करना है? ये तो डिटरमिन हो तो तुम्हारा तो दिया हुआ है ना. Radar is showing you 0.2 and 30 minutes. Radar is showing you. What else you want?
सर मतलब कितना कोर्स ऑल्टर करना है वो मतलब हमें टाइम मिल जाएगा.
तो करना अभी क्या करना है? Abhi, what are we going to do now?
सर अभी
सपोज
starboard लेंगे
अल्ट्रेशन के लिए कितना अल्टर करना है वो हम करेंगे डिसाइड उस टाइम।
कब ऑल्टरेशन करना है?
सर अभी करके चेक करेंगे कि सीपीए टीसीपीए कुछ चेंज हो रहा है, फिर उसके हिसाब से।
No. We will do whenever the question is asked or whenever you have acquired practically on the ship. What do?
सर अल्टर करेंगे सर starboard पे,
Yeah,
उसका
absolutely.
stern लेके चलते हैं सर।
Absolutely. The time, you are on this vessel, na? You are on this vessel. So what are you going to do? You are on this vessel. What are you going to do? You are on
इसमें तो
this.
सर maintain our course and
No. You are going to alter. You are to.
Large alteration in starboard side.
Yeah, large alteration, whatever you do, even large is not required. Any alteration, you take some action to make the CPA, any action to make the CPA, bring it to greater than 2 miles. And this is what is called positive. Positive means that is defined. Positive means you will find the action. Please make a note of this one. Positive, what is the meaning of positive? 8D, उसमें लिखा हुआ है, देखो. Anybody can read out that one? 8D.
The action taken to avoid collision with another vessel shall such as to result in passing at a safe distance. The
Yes.
effectiveness of the action shall be carefully checked until the
Other vessel is clear and pass. So positive means the ship will not, the target vessel, that is the other vessel, will not remain a dangerous target anymore. Will not remain a dangerous target anymore. Will not be a risk of collision until she is passed and clear. That is what is said. And this is what is positive. What is good seamanship? The good seamanship means that if this vessel is taking action, what is the likelihood that this vessel is going to turn to? If the target vessel T is taking action, what is the likelihood she is going to turn to?
Starboard.
starboard.
So she will alter to starboard. Therefore, if possible, I will try to avoid too much alteration to port so that we don't come into collision course with this. Yeah, we will try to avoid that. However, I can still alter large alteration to port so that she knows and we are clear well in time. That is another issue. We can do that. Right? So good seamanship, it does not say do not alter course to port here, anywhere, nowhere. It does not say. Right? So even now, if you go to B gives you how much is the alteration to be done. Right? So anybody can please read out part B. So this question, I will put it in a different way now. This is my own vessel O, and this is my target vessel T, and I've got CPA 0.2 and TCPA, let us say the 12-minute, target B, 12 minutes. Now, let us look at B. Yeah? Anybody can read out that part B?
Any alteration of course and or speed to avoid collision shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, be large enough to be readily apparent to another vessel observing visually or by radar. A succession of small alteration of course and or speed should be avoided.
Yeah. So, my question, how much we are going to alter? This is the story, CPA and TCPA. This is the story.
Large alteration, sir.
My question is again, I will repeat the question. How much?
इतना ऑल्टर करेंगे कि सीपीए 2 माइल से ज्यादा हो जाए.
Okay.
So that should be readily apparent from the vessel observing us, sir.
I need clear answer. I don't need either ऐसा हो सकता है, ऐसा हो सकता है, नहीं. Clear. A 1, 2, 3, 4 in digits. So trial and error. Okay, if you are going to do trial and error, that is also allowed. But if you are going to do trial and error, the minimum required by law, that is from court judgment, is minimum required is 30 degrees. If you're going to do by trial and error, the minimum required is 30 degrees. But that is not the answer to this question. The answer to this question is in two ways. You can determine your course of alteration in two ways. Number one is by aspect, and number two is by using trial maneuver. Number one is using aspect, and number two is by trial maneuver. So what is aspect? What is aspect? It is the relative bearing of own vessel from the other vessel. Relative bearing of own vessel from other vessel. Relative bearing of own vessel from other vessel. So therefore, right now, and it is given in red or green, right? So right now, this fellow is red, so many degrees. Okay, so relative bearing of own vessel from the other vessel. Now you have to change your aspect. How can you change your aspect? Now, in simple words, if we look at this one from a nighttime point of view, then we will find that what is the ship going to see?
The red light.
Forward masthead light and port
Masthead light.
side light.
Eh?
So forward masthead light and port side light.
Kaise port side light? How will the target ship see your port side light?
So starboard.
Starboard.
Yeah, starboard side light. Therefore, you have to show her the port side light. That is the target. The target, or how much you are supposed to alter, is to show her the port side light. So as long as she is able to see the green light, she is not able to determine whether you have altered course or not. But if she can see your red light, she can determine easily that you have altered your course. So what are we going to do then? So we will need to alter in such a way that she will be able to see my port side light also. Maybe both. Maybe both. Both is also okay. But if she can see my port side light, she will know it is immediately, readily apparent, right? Immediately clear to the other fellow that you have altered course. Readily apparent. So now, how much are we going to alter? In simple words, when we talk about aspect, we can say that we are going to alter towards the stern of the other ship. Right? Yes or no? We can alter towards the stern of the other ship.
Yes.
So this is how much we are going to alter. This is my alteration. Alternately, you can put your requirements into the ARPA and you can carry out a trial maneuver. There is a button for trial maneuver. You can carry out a trial maneuver. And that will determine how much you are supposed to alter. And obviously, if the final outcome required is that the CPA should be more than 2 miles. That is the final outcome. So this is how we are going to take it. Right? Any questions, any doubts so far? Are we able to understand?
और ये डे में सर फिर क्या करेंगे? डे में ट्रायल मैन्यूवरिंग?
No, day may we have the mast. Day may we have mast. Right? So when she will see in this direction, she will see the 2 masts in this way. Right? Now when you will alter, the masts will come in a different alignment. Right? At some point, she will be able to see both the masts in a line, and then she will see the other mast in a different alignment. This is the alignment of the mast she is going to be able to see. Now, if the vessel is very small, and she doesn't have 2 masts, then obviously the risk is also less. So therefore, we will have to just go by what she is able to make out. So large alteration must be made. So if you are a very small vessel, then it is better that you alter as much as possible. Yeah, Pranav wanted to ask something. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pranav wanted to ask something.
Sir,
I cannot hear you. Vikas wanted to ask something. Go ahead.
सर यस एट सी सर, जब हम ऐसे मतलब क्रॉसिंग सिचुएशन मिलता है तो ऑफिसर ऑफ द वॉच बोलते हैं कि उस वेसल का एस्टर्न को हेड कर लो।
तो वही तो हुआ ना, अल्टीमेटली तो वही हुआ।
यस सर, तो
That is what we have done. So that is what you are doing practically. Why are you not thinking in those terms? कि practically हम क्या करते हैं, वही करना है. This is what you are taught on the ship,
yes,
and this is what I am also telling you.
सर जैसे पहले सर टारगेट वेसल को हमारी सर ग्रीन लाइट दिख रही थी, तो कहते हैं जैसे टारगेट वेसल के पोर्ट साइड में, मतलब कोई भी वेसल के स्टारबोर्ड में स्टारबोर्ड दिखेगी और पोर्ट में पोर्ट दिखेगी तो सेफ होता है ना सर?
That is an interpretation. We don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about that, because there are so many. There has been a collision based on misunderstanding of this part. So once you are thorough with the rules, then we can talk about कि ठीक है ऐसा ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा वैसा होना चाहिए. But in simple words, if you are showing her the green light, we will show her the red light. So if we have both similar color on the same side, both are similar color on the same side, then there is no chance of. But we cannot say that. It is not very. It's not very safe. We'll ignore that part. Okay, so this was the first case, right? Timely action and action to provide a particular what we say ample time and apparently readily apparent in ample time and positive. All that part we have just discussed. Okay, so now what happens is, just like a lot of you have said, trial maneuver samjha dijiye. Trial maneuver you will learn in the ARPA class. It is a part of ARPA course. It is something which is available in ARPA. You need to select your course. You need to put in your CPA, TCPA required. You will select your new heading, and then based on your speed and the other ship's speed relatives, it will calculate whether what is the outcome. And also you need to put in a delay. If you can put in a delay, whatever is required. Okay, trial maneuver is a option which is provided in ARPA. But if I go into trial maneuver, I will not be able to finish Colregs. We got only about 5 minutes left. Right. So this part, there is no risk of collision at the moment. We call this as pre-risk of collision zone. We call this as pre-risk of collision zone. And in this pre-risk of collision zone, you must follow 8A and take whatever action is necessary. And therefore, you will be able to comply with the rules, right? You must take action as per 8A. Okay, so this is pre-risk of collision zone. Now, after some time, some of you have said that we are going to wait and watch. Fair enough, you wait and watch, and then you wait for about 15 minutes, and then you come up to here, and the other ship comes up to here, where the target ship, and you still have CPA is 0.2 miles, but your TCPA is now 15 minutes. And this is own vessel. So what is the effect now? What is the effect now? What am I supposed to do? What is my action?
Sir, as time is less, so as per 8J part 3, sir.
No. That's not correct.
8.
That's not correct. Crossing situation. Which rule is that?
Rule number 15.
Rule number 15, crossing situation. So which is the rule 16 vessel and which is the rule 17 vessel?
Our vessel is stand on and the other vessel target is give way.
Okay, so our vessel is Rule 17 stand-on vessel. What does the rule say?
The vessel which has the other on its starboard is the giveaway vessel.
17.
The standard vessels are key for speed and course.
Yes. So at this point of time, when we have 15 minutes and the alarm is going to come on, the dangerous target alarm is going to come on. And this is when we have a risk of collision, right? So when two vessels are involved in a risk of collision, that is now, right? The giveaway vessel is the target vessel in this particular case, and I become the stand-on vessel, Rule 17. Therefore, I must follow Rule 17, right? So I have to follow stand on. I must now stand on. This is when I must stand on. There is no option, right? So ROC, so you have to follow Rule 16 and 17. As may be the case. This is where the ROC is going to apply. This is what is called risk of collision. So,
If other vessel don't take action, then
not yet come there. We are not yet there. So during this time, when you are going to stand on, what are you supposed to do?
Follow our course and speed.
Yes. What else?
monitor other vessel action.
Yeah. Okay. So let's make a note here. क्या करना है? Number 1, monitor. Okay. What else? Yes, Pranav, you want to say something?
सर अभी जैसे ये 15 मिनट्स के अंदर में आ गया और सीपीए 2 माइल से कम है, तो ये हमारे मतलब टारगेट जोन में आ गया सर. तो उसके लिए हमको क्रॉसिंग सिचुएशन का फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. बट सर वो अदर वेसल के लिए तो उसके पैरामीटर्स अलग होंगे ना, फिर उसके लिए तो हम नहीं हो सकते.
Doesn't matter. I am not or never interested in the other vessel. I am always interested in my vessel. That's all. Always interested in my vessel, and it is not going to affect the judgment. Vikas, bolo. Okay.
वो lower नहीं किया था पहले का.
Okay, no problem. So monitor the other vessel. That is the first thing we are doing. What else we need to do?
So see if the bearing is changing or not.
That is monitor. Something else other than monitor. It is given in the rules. नहीं वो तो है, वो कर रहे हैं. और क्या करना है? और क्या करना है? Now we have to go to STCW. So what else are we going to do? Number
Sir,
2.
inform master.
Yes. Why inform master? Under which clause?
Sir, 2B.
No. 2B नहीं. अभी कहाँ 2B है? अभी तो rule number 17 चल रहा है. Inform master under which clause? Inform master movement of other traffic causing concern or other vessel not taking action. This is what is part of your standing orders as per STCW. Therefore, inform master. Next, number 3. You will need to adjust your safe speed. So when we talk about adjusting the safe speed, which means that you might need to call up engine room and keep them ready. Yeah. So you could need your engines, therefore inform engine room. What is number 4? You will need hand steering. If she's not taking action, you will need hand steering, right? So make sure you have the helmsman. Helmsman and lookout should be available. And number 5 is you will try to attract attention of the other vessel. How can you do that?
Give her, sir, as per 5 shot plus.
What is the range of shot blast? Range of shot blast is only about 2 miles. We are talking here maybe about 8-9 miles. Yeah, you can try that. Shot blast chalega. But
To attract her attention, we need to give as per 34 here written.
Huh? Yeah, but that is only if the distance is close by. It is not going to work if the distance is very far off. So there's
Sir,
some.
2 mile range short blast.
Come back.
Sir, short blast का range कितने बोले आप?
Short blast, yeah, your
2 nautical.
yeah, 2 to 3 nautical miles. So in good weather, we can expect it maybe go to 5 nautical miles. So if the distance is more than 5 nautical miles, is there anything else that we can use?
So VHF.
VHF is not to be used for collision avoidance. This is against the law. Nowhere in the rules they are talking about VHF.
सर एलडीएस लैम्प का यूज कर सकते हैं?
Yes, absolutely correct. This is the second option, Aldis lamp or daylight signaling lamp. So these are the two options of attracting attention. Okay. Now next question. How long are we going to stand on and do monitoring and all that business? That is the next question.
So until we have ample time to take action and keep
Ample time was before. When you plotted the target, you should have taken action there. Now nothing. Now no more ample time. That is gone. Ample time is gone.
Sir, before close quarter situation is developing.
Yeah, something like that. So here I will give you a thumb rule which is being interpreted in a lot of books. It was there previously in Cockcroft also, and nowadays Cockcroft, it actually deals with it in terms of distance, but in today's date with fast ships, we will talk in terms of TCPA. So what we are going to do is, remember my TCPA limit for the ship. What had I put my TCPA limit for the ship?
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I had put my TCPA limit for the ship. Now this TCPA limit of 15 minutes, I will divide it into 3 parts. So this is the outer part here. Now this is the 15-minute circle that I have drawn. This is the 15-minute as this one here. So this is at 15 minutes. I've drawn here. Next one I will draw here. This will be at 3 zones, so divided by 3, right? So this will be 10 minutes. And then the last zone I will draw here. This will be at 5 minutes. So these are the 3 zones I am making, dividing TCPA by 3. Okay. So now I can say that this is the answer to my question. How long are we going to wait? So I will wait until this range, and this zone, I will call it as the action zone. And 5 minutes zone will become the close quarter zone. And close quarter zone, in simple words, it means the rule 2B zone. This is what is the rule 2B zone, right? So if the ship comes here, this is the target ship, and let us say I have the TCPA has gone 10 minutes or less, and I come up to this part here, then I will be the one to take action. What action can I take? I must take action now, right? Now the action, it is also said here, na? Rule 17 A part 2. Kisme kehta hai?
Part 2.
Part 2 mein kehta hai, right?
Yes, sir.
So 17A part 2 isme kehta hai, I must take action now. So by her own action alone. So what action I'm going to take?
Bold alteration to starboard.
Anything else?
Reduce speed.
Reduce speed इतना कहाँ काम करने वाला है 10 मिनट में?
Sir, bold alteration to starboard or take all way off?
All way off comes here. That is where. But here, when we talk about action, it is not only bold alteration to starboard, it has to be a round turn and pass behind that other vessel. Right? So when we talk about action here, there is only one action that, or the best action that is always suggested is to take the turn, and then you need to pass astern of the other vessel. Right? So take a turn to starboard and pass astern of the other vessel. This is what is the action that is required. Bold alteration to starboard is okay. But if you go parallel to that other ship, you will be proceeding in parallel direction for how long? तो जापान पहुंच गए चीन. That cannot happen. So we need to sort out that and proceed on our course. So we lose about an hour. That's okay. Fair enough. So this is what is the action that is required. You must take action. But यहाँ पे you made a misjudgment and you did not take this action. So now when you come up here you can alter to port, take all way off, do whatever is required. All that comes into action. So the idea of Rule 8A is that we will not wait for all that Rule 16, 17, 18, 19, nothing is required. We take the action as early as possible, finish up with the story. That's what it means. Right? Yes, Harshit, tell me.
सर काफी ऑफिसर्स से सुना है कि वो बोलते हैं आई विल टेक ऑल वे ऑफ, तो इसका मतलब रूल 2B कि मतलब वो अपनी मर्जी से रूल से एग्जिट करेंगे.
Have you seen that on the ship, or you're talking about from your discussions among friends?
No sir, discussion on the ship sir.
Discussion on the ship, take all way off means what? Anybody you have seen that doing? Anybody has done that during your 18 months at sea?
नहीं सर, मतलब सिर्फ जैसे वर्बली बोला जाता है, एक्शंस तो एज पर आरओआर ओनली, तो मैं उसका मतलब जानना चाहता हूँ. टेक ऑल वे ऑफ का मतलब
take all the way off means speed over water is 0.
Okay sir.
Making way through water means speed over water is more than 0. Making no way through the water means speed over water is 0. Colreg never deals with the speed over ground. Colreg everywhere, if you see underway, making way, all of these words are there. So they mean making way through water means that your speed over water is more than 0. Making no way through the water or taking all way off means making speed over water is 0. And even going astern, so speed over water is minus. If you are making way astern, then speed over water becomes minus. So speed over water is plus when going ahead, speed over water is minus when going astern, and making no way through the water, speed over water is 0. Is that okay?
Sir, this part is clear. And sir, जो अगर बोलते हैं orals में all way off, तो उसमें मास्टर को कॉल करना जरूरी है ना?
मास्टर तो पहले कॉल हो चुका होना चाहिए. मास्टर को कहाँ कॉल किया हम देखो.
Recording in progress. The material over there that has been made by.
Yeah. So when did we call the master? Have a look.
Sir, at 15 minutes zone.
बहुत पहले कॉल करना चाहिए था. अगर 2B में, therefore master should have been on the bridge around 10 minutes time. But if he sees that you are taking the action, he might go away. ठीक है. You are taking the action, so he will go away. We will never be reaching that close quarter situation at all. Close quarter situation means that if we do not take action, there will be collision. This is what is close quarter situation. And this is not defined anywhere. All of these, whatever the interpretations are here now, especially going from the 4 different zones, it comes from court rulings. What does the court say? The court does not say, or let me put it in this way, that any range more than 6 miles, the court does not consider that there is a risk of collision, right? So if you say that your company policy is 30 minutes and if you say that your company policy is 30 minutes and 3 miles, right? In most cases, you will get an alarm when the ship is maybe about 10 miles away. But as far as the courts are concerned, the courts do not consider large ranges as risk of collision to exist. So therefore, it has to be made up. However, as far as you are concerned, when you are working on your ship and your company says risk of collision is at 30 minutes TCPA and 3 miles CPA, then that for you is the court order. You have to follow that. That for you is the court order, right? So this is a very, very quick going through the rules. Of course, there are so many other aspects we are not able to cover, but at least some of the basics that we have done, I hope you will find it helpful.